So picture the scene. It's mid-afternoon on a Friday and you've been alcohol-free all week. And you promised yourself you would be good and stick to your sober goals over the weekend as well, but you keep thinking about drinking. And then you open your phone, you're scrolling through Facebook or Instagram, and there it is, a big picture of a glass of wine. And someone you know has posted that picture along with a caption that says, "Yay, the weekend starts here." What does seeing that picture on Facebook or wherever it is do for your motivation? Well, I know for me, when I was struggling to quit drinking and I was very off and on with things, I would have seen something like that and interpreted it as a sign from the universe or the permission I needed to drink. I'd think, look, other people are doing it, it's fine, it's normal, and I can definitely just have one. So let's talk about social media. And by the way, what I'm not going to do here is get into some boring conversation about how you should probably just come off social media if you want to stay sober and never feel tempted. Because to be honest, whilst that might help, it probably isn't realistic. Social media is a modern day part of life for many of us. And yes, there are many negative things about these platforms, but do you know what? There are also some really positive things too. I have been sober for over a decade and I'm still on social media and I still have lots of friends who drink and post about drinking and post pictures of it. So you can totally be alcohol free and stay on these platforms. So for the purpose of this video, I'm going to assume that you don't want to be deleting any of the apps or coming off any of these platforms in order to stick to your sober goals. And I'm going to assume that you don't want to unfriend everyone you know who still drinks or really change your social media habits. Because obviously those are all options. You can mute people who trigger you, but what might be more helpful is if we talk about how to show up on social media and still stick to your alcohol-free goals, no matter what other people do or don't do. How can you take control and manage your mind so you're not quite so triggered by wine o'clock memes or look at what I'm drinking type of posts? So there are 3 things that I want to share here. First of all, when you see someone posting a picture of a glass of wine saying, "Oh, thank God it's the weekend," I want you to step back a little bit. And you can literally take a step back if you want. Just really think about what is going on for the person posting that. Why are they sharing that? Because really, if you think about it, it's a boring photo. It's a glass with some liquid in. So why do they want to share that and get likes on that post? Well, often it's because they're looking for approval or for other people to say, "Yes, me too, I'm doing that." And they might not realize that, and it might be buried deep within, but it feels good for them to get likes on their picture of their wine glass with wine in it, because deep down, everyone knows that drinking isn't good. So it feels better when other people endorse our drinking or normalize it or like our post and joke with us about it or say things like, "You deserve that," or "Yeah, I'm opening a bottle too." Posting a picture of some liquid in a wine glass is a bit strange when you really think about it. But it's done because there is an agenda there. So my first thing is for you to practice stepping back and asking the question, why are they posting that? What is their secret motive? Second thing, keep in mind that you cannot tell what kind of relationship other people have with alcohol from their social media posts. And that's because you can't really tell anything about anyone's life from what they post on social media, from the selective highlight reels that people share online. When I look back through the photos from my drinking days, I look dead normal, just like everyone else. Going out, having fun, going to events, gigs, parties, everything looks great. Yes, I am clearly drinking, and in some of the photos I look a bit worse for wear, but that's about it. There are no pictures of the drinking I did at home alone. And there are no pictures of the hidden hangovers, because they were hidden, or the hidden drinks, or the regrets, or the worrying, or the beating myself up. There are no pictures of that stuff. So when you're feeling triggered because it seems like everyone else can drink normally and you're the only one struggling, or everyone else is doing whatever it is, remember that you just don't know what happens behind closed doors. I can guarantee that you are friends with at least one person who is very unhappy about their drinking, but you don't know it because they hide their drinking just as well as you do. I have to say, doing the work that I do has helped me have a much better relationship with social media, simply because I've coached so many women to quit drinking who have these utterly perfect looking lives on Instagram. Like truly beautiful photos, travel, fun, everything looks so glamorous and easy. But there's a story behind their profiles which most people don't get to see, but I do. My third point is to practice being aware of how the apps make you feel. So perhaps scrolling online around the time that you normally drink just doesn't serve you right now. So you don't have to quit social media completely, but you do want to consider whether there's a better time of day for you to go online, a time of day when you feel more able to take what you see with a pinch of salt, right? I'd also recommend that you implement a few basic changes. So if your profile picture, for example, is of you drinking, go ahead and change that because it's something that you see all the time. Did you know that you can turn alcohol adverts off on Facebook, and you can also mute people without them even knowing? So you can implement some controls there. The final thing I'll say on all of this is that nowadays you can find great online communities that aren't on social media at all. So much is changing on that front. So at the Sober School, I have some really amazing communities with my online course and my membership, and neither of them are on social media. We don't use any of that. We actually use a completely different app instead that has no adverts, no tracking, no distractions, no crappy booze stuff, just the connection and help and community that people come for. So it's something else to consider. All right. I'm Kate B. Let me know in the comments below what your experience of social media is, for good and for bad. And if you are looking for more inspirational alcohol-free content in your feed, come and follow me. I am at The Sober School on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and whatever Twitter is called nowadays, X. I'm on there as well.